after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Kinnick Stadium, but the black and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 13 over the Astronauts. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got the quick completion. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you got a trigger man you trust, let it
go. Off the defender.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. He's got it on the right. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Picks up 7. Good enough for first down.
And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Going up top. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Bringing it back at the 20. Touchdown, Gator! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. What a nice play, and even with the short return, they're in scoring position at the 18.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida 42, Tennessee 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And they can't make the connection.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Getting some heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on fourth down. No dice. Offense now set up an easy position to get a score.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've converted third downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on third and goal. Dropping back, it's Morton. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Loss of 7 yards on the play. It's now 4th and goal.
They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on fourth down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He caught it. Makes the grab, and there's not enough room. The defense was ready. They kept their leverage, and they come up with a fourth down stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some...
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense.
Here we go.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting...
Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the Tennessee offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking down the middle, and he throws another interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Running back searching for a hole. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. The Gators will hustle to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the game. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Clemson. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Here's a throw downfield late. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Quick catch on third down. Running with power. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They've got the screen set up. Oh, the 360. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Let's go! He wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It's a fumble! And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
You start to get that offense going, start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. The ball pops out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defender. Where it's a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Morton. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. The Gators in the hurry-up.
6 yards on the play. Brings up second down.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and